What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast presented by Bet Rivers. Make sure you download that Bet Rivers app or go to www.betrivers.com. You must be 21 years or older to play. On today's episode of First String Podcast, we got the one and only Fred Smoot jumping in with us to break down the Commanders' defensive backs. So you know we about to have some fun, right? We also going to look at where is KD going to play next year. Is it going to be the Nets? Is it going to be somewhere else? We're going to look at Chet Holmgren doing his thing in the summer league so far. We're going to talk about much, much more. And we could be joined by a couple of other folks. You know how we do. So let's get to it. What's good again? So you know what we about to do. We about to jump into it. I'm going to bring in the squad. My guy Polly is running a little late, but you know he going to be here. So let's bring in my main man, Said. What's good, Said?
What's good? What's good?
Hey, you know we about to have a little bit of fun. We're going to have a little bit of fun and get her done. We're going to get her done. Hey, and as I speak of them, you ready? We're gonna bring in one of the sharpest guys I know. He gonna kick it with us for a little bit on the warm-up. What's up, Don?
Mister! What's going on?
Hey, what's good, man? You know how it is. You know how it is. And then you know the most passionate fan that I know, you know, we all know. Let's bring him in, Paulie. What's up, man? How you doing?
Hell to the W, man.
Hell
Rest in peace, James Caan, man. Sonny from The Godfather.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I mean?
Yes, sir.
One of the greatest to ever do it.
Yes, sir. Hey, Paulie, what you got on your head, man?
Pause.
What you? Oh.
You don't say
Oh. That's the district, baby. I like it.
Bro.
I like it.
You got these bombers on my head, you know. Hey. I represent it ain't my team, but I represent the area, man. You know. 757 DMV, shout out. You know
yeah. I mean, that joint looks nice, bro. That looks nice, bro. Paulie's hat game always on point, man. Hey, listen, we're gonna warm up with this. Dan Snyder. This wasn't put into the pre-show because it popped late, right? Dan Snyder said he ready to testify. Far away, but he's ready to testify. You know, what y'all think of this, man? Do y'all think they're gonna light him up? They let Commissioner Goodell off pretty easy sometimes, but we're gonna warm up with that. Tell me what y'all think about this. We're gonna start with you, Don.
What happens, man. I really don't even put too much energy into what happens to Dan Snyder. Honestly, I hope that the end thing is that they make him sell the team. The new owner buys the team, changes the name again to Red Wolves or something, and fires Ron and all them balances they got in there. That's what I want. I want a new owner and new name and all that. And I think a new owner is the only way you can get a real name. So yeah.
Did you just say? Well, first off, the oversight committee can't make him sell.
No, not the oversight committee. I'm talking about like the NFL, like Roger Goodell and the guys. Hey, he got to go. He said something stupid in front of Congress. Dude, he got to go. He got to go. So they hope they get to that level. They vote him out, and he sells the team, and some new guy comes in and calls them the Red Wolves and goes more with the fan appreciation thing, man.
Hey, hold on.
Still talking?
Hold on, Polly. Where's your tow truck at, man?
Southside.
What are you talking about, man?
Did Ant steal your truck, bro?
Hey, what up, fellas? What up, man?
What's up, man? You running a little late?
Yeah, man. I would like to say I was out towing some stuff, man. Late on the appointment, man.
All right. Hey, our guest is running a little bit behind too, so we're gonna kick it. We're gonna still kick our warm up going, man. All right. So
well, I don't think Congress is going to Congress gonna say whatever they want to say. They can say what they want to say. He can lie from the testimony. They can't do jack deals unless the owners vote him out. Goodell already said that already. He already said he can't do anything. The owners have to actually vote him out for him to sell that team. And do I think it's gonna happen? Nope.
Paulie, what you think?
Nope.
Man, what everybody else said, man. I mean, it is what it is with Dan. There's not really no major news.
Yeah, we sort of stuck. We sort of stuck with this terrible owner that we have for 20 years. So, the fact that he said he's ready to try to go up in there and they haven't said anything to him, we'll figure that one out as it goes. But they're going to get back to him. They're going to get him on that stand. He's just pausing for time past November for this election. Now let's talk about something that's a little bit more relevant than Dan Snyder. The NBA Summer League, when we had the number 2 pick, Chat Holmgren, he's dropping good numbers, man, for a Summer League. Is this going to translate over to the regular season, though, Paulie? Come on, man. Tell us what to do. 3-and-D. Let's go.
Bro, you overreacting, man. Is it going to translate? I mean, all he's doing is showing you that he can play, but that don't mean nothing when the NBA season come, man. I mean, he got game, he got skills, we know all this, but it's summer league, man. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just like going out. It's like going to your local gym or going up to the school and playing some pickup basketball. That's all the summer league is pickup basketball right now. But with some guys trying to lock down free agent spots or whatever, and then you got your rookies just getting acclimated to the NBA. But you're not gonna be able to do it in the summer, man. You talking about going from 30 games to 82 games, and so it's just, man, it's just staying in shape, honing your skills. So, I mean, I went, we already knew he had game, so it wasn't like he's coming out of nowhere with it.
Yeah. And
well, I think it shows us that he's quite possibly early a little bit head and shoulders above his peers. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely nothing to scoff at, because I personally didn't think he was going to put up those type of numbers in the fashion that he did. So that's because you slept. That's because you slept on him. Cool. I mean,
come on, let him finish.
The handle looks pretty decent.
Man, go ahead. Y'all can finish.
I mean, and that could be a very fair assessment. I could have very well slept on him. But I'm also man enough to say, hey, he actually got something. Now we know that as as it goes from summer league to regular season, it's a whole new world. So it reminds me of KD-ish. He came, flashed some moves, you know what I'm saying? Long, can shoot the ball, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely to be determined if it's gonna really translate. You know what I'm saying? Like what I saw is that he plays good in space, but when we have yet to see him against some guys that's gonna put a body on him, and he's gonna be able to withstand that for the length of the season. So that's where we're gonna be able to see if the story holds up.
Yep. Say it. What you got?
I think him coming out early, showing the flexibility he has, 3-pointers, the assists, the passes, the blocks. I mean, granted, yes, it is summer league. Yes, he may not be playing against pros, but the fact is showing that he may be able to fit into a scheme with a team and actually come and play. I mean, he may not put up those type numbers, which were in the 2 games he's played, he got 17 points, 3 of those, 3-pointers a game, 9 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game, and 4 blocks. So he may not do the same thing. He may not do the same thing in this Vegas league that's getting ready to start today. We don't know. But the fact that he's putting it together this early, against, I mean, these guys are playing in the NBA. They're not slouches. But I mean, actually, they're not starters, but they're not slouches either. So
yeah, you got your rookies and your sophomores in there.
Right.
So you still got some folks that's on the outside looking at some of your G leaguers and things like that. But you got guys that's getting ready for the NBA that's trying to make that roster. So they not coming out there just to, say, I'm gonna let you do me dirty. They want to make the squad too. They want to make that squad, so they want to get their name out there and put out their best foot forward too. So, I mean, so the dude he's balling. I mean, that's that tall dude, lanky dude from Gonzaga doing this thing. So yeah, I feel you. I feel what you're saying, man. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, he's like his dad back in the days when he was in that punt, pass, and kick competition with the T-shirt on. His dad, Mike. Yeah, he looks like that right now, right? You remember the punt pass? I know you've seen that video of Mike.
Yeah, Mike Holmgren.
Yeah, looking bigger than everybody.
Yeah.
That's what this reminds me of. Not just because he's a Holmgren, but because he looks like he's head and shoulders above everybody else. But there's a certain level to it. Like this is pretty much like preseason, right. And yeah, some of these guys ain't gonna make the team, ain't gonna make the league. It's just playground ball, like Paulie said. It's pickup basketball, man.
Corey said that was Andy Reid. I think that's the joke he said.
I thought it was Mike Holmgren. It was Andy Reid. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah. Andy Reid. Yeah, you said Mike Holmgren. That was Andy Reid.
Yeah, Andy Reid, he knows what I'm talking about. That's what he looked like out that joint, man.
They say he looked like. You know what Mike Holmgren. Good call, Corey. Good call, man.
I just thought about what he's with that reference.
None of us didn't think about it at the time.
Yeah, we all knew who he was talking about. Hey, he said, "I finally caught you slipping, Don. I finally caught you slipping, bro. You finally caught you."
Yeah,
slipping.
man.
A small thing though is how the 3-point shots dipped off from game 1 to 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, those legs is gonna be it's just gonna be a different ball game. I would like to say I think he's gonna start off okay, and I think he'll possibly get better as the season goes along.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. So we waiting on Fred. He's delayed a little bit, but we got our 15 minute mark. We're about to hit here. Go.
I got one thing about basketball. Did you know that Carmelo Anthony's the only person to ever win Rookie of the Month every month and not get Rookie of the Year?
How do you do that? Oh,
I didn't know that.
LeBron.
Was LeBron?
LeBron.
Yeah.
LeBron.
Of course.
LeBron.
Of course.
Yeah. LeBron. He carried a whole squad. Remember that Cleveland team didn't make the playoffs, but Carmelo did. Carmelo and the Denver team, they made the playoffs that year. And man, how did I recall that? That's
wow. And a better question is, seriously, how did LeBron not win and not one of the months? Like that doesn't make sense.
But he won his rookie year. Yeah.
That's crazy. that's some crazy facts right there, Don, man. To win Rookie of the Year, a rookie of the month every year. Or every month.
Every month.
But not win Rookie of the Year. Yeah, that's a crazy stat right there. But LeBron was carrying a terrible Cleveland team. And I do believe that Carmelo had some other ballers with him on that Denver team. So
I think Carmelo had better numbers as well.
We gotta look that up now. Come on, Don. Yeah. You guys show me now.
I'm about to be on that one right
now. He's gonna look it up. I can't do it because I'm working on my phone. They got computers in front of me.
Yeah, I'm about to be on that one right now.
Hey, that's me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already on that one, bro. Carmelo Anthony's rookie season, right? Versus LeBron's. I got you.
So just while you looking that up, just to go back before I hopped on, y'all was talking about Dan Snyder, right?
Yeah.
And if they were gonna vote him out.
No, we were trying to
talking about.
No,
we hope they vote him.
Right.
We hope. And the new owner changed the name of the team again.
And that was kind of like a hey, look over there type thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, I don't see how you vote a guy out that I guarantee you is more of Dan Snyder in the owner's box than it's not.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard to vote out your brother. So good luck with that.
Hey,
it's not like the NBA.
Yeah.
Carmelo's rookie stats, 82 games played, 36 and a half minutes, averaged 21 points. Field goals made 7.6, 17.9, 42% free field goal shooting. So he had some good numbers. Hey, say it. Were you able to pull up LeBron James's numbers?
No,
LeBron James rookie numbers.
I had to reset something right quick. Now I didn't get a chance to pull it up.
All right, I have it I had LeBron's in a minute too. So give me a second on LeBron's. But yeah, that was that's what we was talking about. They're not going to do it because it's going to open it up for way too many other questions about these owners. I mean, it's not just Dan Snyder. You got to remember, old boy got caught at a rubbing tub from New England, right? That's supposed to be one of the best owners in the league, right? How you going to single? He got caught at a rubbing tub.
I've never heard that in my life. That's true. That's what I'm saying, though. Everybody got their own little stuff going on. You know, he was sending out chain emails.
You know who needs Robert Kraft's lawyer? Deshaun Watson.
Oh my God! How did I know you was about to go there? How did I know you was about to go there, bro?
Why would he need his lawyer?
Because
Robert Kraft got convicted. What are you talking about, man?
Convicted of what?
Look it up. He got convicted. What are you talking about? He pled guilty.
All right. So Corey also said, remember, Rookie of the Month is a conference award, by the way, right? And then LeBron James, 79 games played this rookie season. He averaged 39.6 minutes. He averaged 20.9 points a game. Field goal percentage was like 41.7%. Field goals attempts was 18.9, so almost 19 shots a game. 3-point percentage was at 29%. So for the way it goes, man, I mean, yeah, he had some good numbers, but so did LeBron on a terrible team. Man, there you go. That's what it is. Hey, now it's time for us to get into our picks. We are a little bit late. Hey, Don, we appreciate you coming on, bro. We appreciate you coming on with us doing that warm up, bro. We'll catch you. Hop in that chat with us. All right.
Tell Fred Smoot that I had a 21 jersey with his name on it.
Don pick, man.
He was 21 before he was 27.
You letting Don pick?
Don, you gonna pick with us?
Let's pick. Let's go.
What you give it to Don for, man?
We'll get into these MLB picks. So tonight's games that we're picking, we are having our four MLB games right here. Let's get this Bet River screen up. I don't know how this is gonna work real fast.
Oh, this baseball picks? I forgot.
Baseball, bro. Baseball.
I know nothing about this sport, man. I know Roberto Clemente ain't playing.
Roberto Clemente.
Just think of it as basketball.
Yeah, it's basketball. All right.
Whatever, good movie, yo.
Here's our first game. Our first game is the San Francisco Giants versus the Padres, the San Diego Padres. Somebody got to win this game, right? Somebody has to win this game. So the Giants are plus on the win line. They are plus 123. The run line, they are minus 205, and the over-under is set at 6.5 on this game. The over is at minus 118. The San Diego Padres are minus 148. Their run line is plus 170, and the under is plus 100. So the under is the favorite here. And like I said, the Padres are sitting at plus 170 on that run line, plus 170 on the run line. All right, say it. Who you like?
In the little research I did on this game, the Giants got swept by San Diego 3-0. So I don't expect that to change. The Giants stink this year as well. So give me the Padres and give me that under so I can get that extra money.
That under and the Padres. The under and the Padres. Don, you're next. All right. So who you like, Don?
San Francisco Giants. Let's go Barry Bonds.
He's not playing.
You just went to what you knew last, huh?
Hey, Don, don't worry about it, man. Pick what you, Don. Pick what you know, man. Don't worry about these dudes.
What's the under?
They ain't winning no
the
money.
point spread is what? What 7? You said
6.5. 6.5.
Let's go under the 6.5.
So you like that under that plus 100? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You up next, Paulie.
Man, Giants money line.
Giants money line. Got you. So that's that plus 123 right there for Paulie. And Ant, who you like?
I want to ask who was pitching.
These nuts.
Oh man. All right, we got Webb for San Francisco and we got Musgrave for San Diego.
Padres money line.
Padres money line. Okay, the Giants cannot win on the road, and again, the Giants are traveling to the Padres. Somebody's got to win this game. I'm going with Padres as well. I'm going with the Padres plus that minus that 1.5, so that plus 170. That's how I'm gonna take this game, and I'm not sure exactly exactly what's going to happen in this game. Our next game is the Colorado Rockies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Here's the line for you. Teddy E's in the building. What's good, Teddy? What's good? All right. So the Colorado Diamondbacks win line is minus 113. The run line is plus 133. The over-under is set at 9.5. 9.5. And then we have the Arizona Diamondbacks at minus 106 on their win line. Minus 159, and of course the under is 9.5, and that's minus 117. Minus 117. And we starting with you. Who you got?
Give me Arizona for the under. I was checking this game out earlier, and the pitching matchup was actually a little bit more closer, seriously, than what we would realize. So I mean, neither one of these teams will turn it up, but Arizona for the win line, baby.
Arizona on the win line, minus 106. Got you. Paulie, who you got, man?
Arizona. Who got the plus?
The plus is for the Colorado Rockies. The plus 133.
Colorado money line.
Colorado money line. All right, Don. Who you got?
I got Randy Johnson hitting a bird.
Yeah,
with a pitch.
I like that. That was good right there. I like
Arizona Diamondbacks under 9 points.
Under 9.5. Yeah, so 10 runs really.
Yeah. Let's do that one right there.
Corey said take the over. Corey said take the over. Corey said take the over. 10 runs, huh? A total of 10 runs. All right, said who you got?
Yeah, Colorado's stinking it up. They got blasted by LA. They got blasted by Arizona 2-1 in the last series. I'm gonna take Arizona again, and like Sanchez, give me them points. We going
Give
over.
you them points. You went the over, huh? hey, Paulie, watch this one. say which way they hitting them balls?
Oh, whoa, no. Oh, hey, we got to get to them. They coming up. I gotta say that. They coming up.
Oh yeah, they next. They actually next. Hold on. All right. So for me, I'm actually Alexander Wilson says Fred's on CP time. He said he's on CP time. Okay. So for me, I'm actually going to take. I'm gonna try to get that money. I'm going with Colorado as well. I'm gonna take them minus the 113 on the win, and I'm staying away from the over and the under. All right. The Chicago Cubs are facing the Los Angeles Dodgers. Chicago Cubs and Los Angeles Dodgers. The Cubs are win line is plus 230. Their run line is plus 112. And the over under set at 8 with the over being at minus 118. The Dodgers are minus 278. The run line is minus 134. And the under is plus 100. The under is plus 100. So say we coming at you now. We coming at you.
like I said in the last pick with the Dodgers. The Dodgers is hot and they hitting the ball over there. They hitting the ball over there. They hitting the ball over there. And the Cubs can't pitch. They can't catch. So they're gonna get the ball hit over there, over there, over there. The Dodgers win. The Dodgers are gonna win this game in a runaway.
The Dodgers in a runaway.
A runaway.
I got you. The Dodgers in a runaway. I got you. All right. Don, who you got?
I got Jackie Robinson. I got Jackie Robinson and Tommy Lasorda. Yeah, that's what we got.
Right.
I got the Dodgers pulling that joint out like Sid had said badly. They're gonna win bad. I'll take the over on those points or whatever that is.
That's 8.
It's like 30.
Oh man, that's messed up.
I got you. Paulie, who you got, man?
Who they playing?
The Dodgers playing the Cubs.
The Dodgers are playing the Cubs.
The Dodgers at
Cubs
home.
money line.
Cubs money line. Cubs money line. I like that. Paulie, you trying to get that money. You really trying to get that 230, huh? I got you. Ant, did you get those lines?
Yes. This is one of my upset specials actually. Give me the Cubs. Give me the Cubs.
Can't be your upset special.
Why not?
Because he already picked it.
Oh, my sound started tripping. My bad. My sound started tripping. Seriously, like it just switched for some strange reason out to my laptop. But all right then. Probably took my upset special, but I am taking the Cubs though. I think that their pitcher, who is it? It's a junior. Who is the pitcher for the Cubs?
Carlos
Mencia.
Carlos Jr.
Shout out to all the pitchers. My bad. I was texting Fred.
Carlos Mencia Jr.
No,
that is not it.
That is not it. The pitchers are Gio and Littner.
Lighter
Yeah.
Jr. There we go.
Yeah,
Lighter Jr. His numbers. He hasn't pitched a lot, but I like all of his numbers, and I think he's gonna get better. This might be one of the games where he actually flexes in the right way, so that's why I want to pick the Cubs. I'm liking the pitching matchup tonight.
All right, say which way was they hitting them balls again?
Pew, 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 pew.
All right, got it. I'm going with the Cubs.
They hitting the ball like a Mac 10.
Listen, I cannot. And I'm gonna take the plus and the 1.5 runs with the Cubs also. So I'm gonna go with that run line at plus 112. That's what I'm going. Our last game of the night is the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Seattle Mariners. All right, here's the Toronto's numbers right here. Their win line is minus 112. Their run line is plus 148. The over-under is set at 9, the over, and that's plus 102. And Seattle's line is minus 104. Their run line is minus 180. And the under is minus 121. Ant, you up first, bro.
I'm taking Seattle in this one too. I like the upset in this one as well. I like the matchup. Toronto up into, I don't know if they updated it, but they didn't even have a starting pitcher for the night set, which doesn't necessarily mean a bad thing. But if you don't know who you're gonna trot out there some hours before the game, I'm gonna go ahead and take the other team.
They're going with Gonzalez.
I'm still taking Seattle. I gotta stick with it.
All right. All right, Seattle, you take it. Paulie, who you got?
Seattle plus Seattle money line, man.
Seattle money lines. Don.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr. I knew you was going with Ken Griffey Jr. on this one, bro.
And a pair of Nike tennis shoes.
In the Seattle colors. You got to have them in the Seattle colors.
Yeah.
I got you, Don. I got you.
That's who I'd like to win, but I believe Toronto's gonna spank the balance, yo. Toronto's looking good.
Toronto is scratching and clawing, but coming away with 0 wins. They got a pitcher that's actually going on the mound that doesn't have anything yet, doesn't have an ERA, so his name is Brandon.
Let Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah, okay. Right. And say who you got?
Yeah, I like Seattle as well. Toronto has been struggling. Even though I looked at they won this last series between these two teams. It was in Toronto when they won, but this one is in Seattle. With them struggles as much as they are, man, I got to go with Seattle in this game.
I got you. You going with Seattle
Money
in the
line.
game?
Seattle money line.
Seattle money line.
Hold on. Who's the plus, man? Who got
Toronto.
the plus?
Yeah, Toronto.
No, the plus. No, I'm sorry. The plus is Seattle. Toronto.
No, the plus is Toronto run line. They're minus 1.5 on the run line.
Minus 1.5.
Yeah, but they're plus. No, I'm sorry. Toronto's the favorite. My bad. But Seattle's minus 180.
Seattle's minus 180 and Toronto's plus what?
And Toronto is plus 148 on the run line.
Give me Toronto money line.
You switch it to Toronto because all of us was going Seattle. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
I see what you're doing, Paulie.
We all going in different directions now, aren't we?
I see what you're doing. Good call, man. Hey, Don, it was a blast having you on, player. We appreciate you. Thank you for joining us, man. You got anything you want to say?
I got a discount code for Straw and Wool. I get 10% off. And if you want to add, you put them a discount code. It's Don W. You get 10% off. Yeah, Don W.
Don W.
Strawandwool.com.
All right, got you. Strawwood.com. My main man,
Straw
Don.
and Wool.
Strawandwool.com, my man.
Yes,
Dump Truck Don. Give him your how you go out, Don. What you say?
Kennedy.
Dump
Is that
Truck
like
Don.
ginseng?
Dump Truck Don, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us, Don, man. Strawandwool.com is Don's. That's where he get all them tight brims from. So he putting y'all down, get y'all some good styles. So we're gonna get into this without Fred Smoot, man. We're gonna start looking at these D-backs, all right? And when Fred jump in, he'll jump in, all right? So the way this thing is broken down on the Redskins roster, it goes like this. It goes, they got cornerbacks and then they have defensive backs. And you two non-Redskin fans, I'll give y'all $1 if you could tell me the difference between a cornerback and a D-back.
He said $1.
$1 if you could tell me the difference between a corner and a D-back.
Slinging all that crack in the hood, ain't got no snaps on the
They
petrol.
got no snaps on the petrol.
Well, that's my movie,
The
dog.
lost me of this show.
Oh man. Well, so no answers. Okay, cool. Let's look at our first guy.
So, do you know the difference? If
Oh,
they
I
ain't
know.
tell you the difference, do you
I know
know?
the difference.
What's
Dad
the
know the
difference then, man?
Dad
What's
know the difference too. Say it. What's the difference between the corner and the D?
I mean, DBs. I mean, cornerbacks are usually that's their primary job as cornerback. DBs, just a lot of them come in and nickel. Some of them move back and forth between safety and cornerback. It just depends on how they want to use it.
That's
One's
it.
flexible. One's supposed to stay in one spot, more or less.
So why you act like you didn't know what it meant?
He just didn't say nothing, right?
I like for people to think I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, let's start with the corners. We're gonna start with our corners. Let's start with our rookie. We got Christian
But that ain't
Holmgren.
too hard to do now, is it?
Which one?
Christian Holmgren. Christian Holmes. Sorry.
Oh,
Number
shit.
34 for you guys. He's 6'1", 205. He's 24 years of age. He's a rookie out of Oklahoma State. So this guy right here was a draft pick. He was a late round draft pick.
Cut.
He's a late round draft pick. Let me tell you a little bit about Mr. Holmes here. All right. Mr. Holmes is, like I said, out of Oklahoma. He was highly recruited. Went to Missouri. Then he wound up bouncing back to Oklahoma State. He's a transfer, a grad transfer. So he did all those, all of those years in college. He did all of them, graduated, got his thing together.
He cut, man.
You just told us the other day.
Who you reading? Who you talking about?
We talk about Christian Holmes. Christian Holmes, the draft pick this year.
Number 7?
No, yeah, the 7th round draft pick. He was the 7th round draft pick.
Hey man, come on.
He had 30 catches for 640 yards as a wide receiver before he made his transition over to D-back where he plays. So he's pretty good. Go ahead, Paulie. Go in on him.
Special teams, and he get the last corner spot.
He gets the last one?
Yeah.
He's going to have to make the roster that way on special teams. I'm 100% with
people
you.
You know, 7th round pick, they're going to bring him along, develop him. So special teams, he'll get the last corner spot. You know, I mean, the way these corners get hurt, he'll probably end up playing at some point, get some time, but, you know, we'll see.
And
special teams.
Draft picks are always going to have a better chance. That's just like running backs. That's just like DBs, receivers. You can never have enough of those guys. So, especially if he's flexible. So, good measurables, flexible, he got a chance. That's all you can get. That's all you can go with at this point.
Yeah. Say it.
Yeah, much the same. I didn't get a chance to sit down and do any background on you guys today because y'all have 11 between the cornerbacks and DBs. Him being the draft pick, that may help him make the team a la special team, like Paulie said. But he still has to show up. It's not going to be a given. So he's going to have to show up and show that he belongs one way or the other. Show speed on special teams, or him do something special in locking down during training camp. We won't know anything until then. So it's one of those almost we got to wait and see.
It's one of these
I'm telling you, special teams, last cornerback spot. He ain't taking nobody's job. It's too much money in front of him. Only time you'll play, let somebody get hurt. Period. Move on.
But he's going to have to. He's going to have to. And I agree with you. There. He's going to have to show his mettle on special teams. I'm talking about running down, take somebody's head off. All right.
No, he don't. Ron, no, he don't. Ron don't cut his picks. You know, at worst, if he plays so bad that he can't make it on the team, at worst they'll designate him with an injury. They'll put him on injured reserve for the season or whatever. At worst, they did that to the linebacker the safety last year, Derek Forrest. He wasn't going to make the team. If you go mano a mano or who should make the team and who shouldn't make the team, who should be on the 53, he wasn't going to make the 53. So instead of cutting him, they put him on injured reserve. That way, they still retained his rights. Yeah. They want that's the worst. The worst thing is going to happen to this 7th round pick. Other than that, he just special teams, and they'll give him the last spot if he's not horrible.
I'm thinking that he really has to show something on special teams and develop them. So let's go to Danny.
No, my point is, I'm just saying he's going to be part of the organization moving forward.
Yeah.
Whether injured reserve, was special teams, whether injured reserve was on the roster, he's going to be part of the organization. They're not just going to, I've said this 15 times, Ron Rivera don't cut his draft picks in year 1. He said it came out of his mouth. Yeah. He give him the first year to get acclimated, and then the second year he expect progress.
Don said he's going.
That's why your man Gandy Golden's getting cut for real this year. Because it's the 3rd year.
Danny Johnson will be wearing number 36 this year. He's 5'9", 190 pounds.
Wore last year.
He's he's 26 years old and he's in his 5th year out of Southern University. So Danny Johnson's in his 5th year, right? He played pretty well last year when he did play. Danny Johnson always seems to stick around, make a play here or there, and then the next thing you know, he's toast, you know. But what do y'all think about Danny Johnson?
That's a lie. Danny Johnson plays well every time he gets in the game for every coaching staff he played for. If it wasn't for him having a foot injury at home that one offseason right before training camp, he was vying for a starting position.
I remember that too.
Okay. Yeah.
But I remember last year too. When
remember last year what? Last year he came in and he balled out in the slot. He gave us a pickup. He kind of solidified some of the pass defense when he got in the game. So you talking about he's getting toast? He did nothing but he hasn't done nothing but graded high in his play.
Oh, I'm with you. I like Danny Johnson. Don't get me wrong about that. I really do like Danny Johnson. But I do remember.
Oh, you just try to say he
took a minute to get going last year. He
didn't take no minute to get going.
Yeah, he did, Paulie.
He didn't take no minute to get going, man.
Soon
the first opportunity he got to play, he played it in nickel. He held it down. What are you talking about, man? Every time he played well. To the point where when Homeboy was coming back from the injury, he still got time in it. So he was still playing even when what's the dude they had in the slot when they was Fuller. When they was dropping Fuller in the slot,
right.
So when dude came back and Fuller went back to the outside, Danny Johnson was still getting burned.
Okay. So last year Danny Johnson played 12 games. He had a total.
Man, don't give me no stats, man. I watched the games, bro. Don't give me no stats. Them numbers don't mean shit to me. That's like a one
tackle average, man.
Them numbers, they're a quarterback, man. His job is to cover.
Pass defense.
So what are you talking about? Deflections don't mean nothing either. If he's on his man, he's doing his job. You reading me stats. I watched the games, bro. I seen what he do. Evidently you didn't. Evidently you need to go to the optometrist and get a new check on your glasses. Because this dude played his ass off every time he got in the game, bro.
It's the episode of Martin here said this is Washington on Washington beef. You had an episode of Martin where the uncle was there.
Man, you mute him, man.
Calm down. No, listen. So I watched from what they stated as the starters and the backups. He was stated as the backup. To me, and I've always known for some years now, Washington have solid defense, right? From what I've seen from the safeties and corners, this guy included, I looked at highlights. It looks like you guys have an embarrassment of riches. Like y'all have guys who are very instinctive, who are pretty good at getting to the ball and making plays. Some guy and a couple of the guys that I saw were very good on special teams.
Well, we asked you about this guy, Danny Johnson.
This is one of them guys. This is one of them guys who made some good tackles. He wasn't like the Kendall or like Williams III. Or even what was the other guy that's a starter? He's a 7th round pick, number 31.
Come on, Cam. He a safety.
Yes, yes. But he was good. But to me, I mean, I know we're gonna get to those guys, but he was a solid guy. Always, around the ball, making decent plays. We talk about
he had limited play.
Yeah,
that's all I was saying.
Yeah. So solid player though.
All right, say it. Say it.
He froze up, man.
He's frozen.
His
head is frozen.
He's sleeping,
right,
bro.
No, he just told me he's again.
And we thought he was good.
He said I froze again.
I didn't know the difference.
Oh, Lord. My man. That's my man. All right. Yeah. Let's go to Corn Elder. Corn Elder, we wearing number 26 this year, so those Clinton Portis jerseys will be in fashion again. He's 5'10", 185. He's 27 years old.
That had to be a joke.
6 year out of Miami. Yeah, you know it was, bro. I'm not going to crash on Corn Elder like that. Paulie, Corn Elder, man. What you got?
Cut.
Cut sauce. Cut sauce.
Cut, bro. They even gave him the jersey number to know he's gonna be cut. 26 go to prime time players, bro. That's the last number you should have picked, man. You know what I mean? Cut.
That's a tough number to wear out there.
Yeah,
especially
26. You gotta have some bread wearing 26.
And can you make a squad with your name being Corn Elder? I'm just saying. And what you got, man?
He wasn't one of the 8. I watched the top 8 guys, the starters and the backups. He wasn't one of them. So I'm gonna go with Paulie on this and say he cut.
He's cut sauce.
If he said it's 11 guys, he 9, 10, or 11. He ain't gonna make it.
He 12, 13, and 14, bro. Nah, real. I mean, he gonna get cut, but what year is he in?
He's in his 6th year. Can y'all guess his other teams?
No, I don't care. He cut, bro. He cut, and he ain't coming back.
Who? No.
He ain't coming back, bro. 6 years. I mean, you done bounce around the other teams. You're a camp body. Cut.
6 years, and he's played for one other team. He's a
Panther.
Panther.
Carolina.
He's a Panther. Yep. All right, Sam. We talking Corn Elder. Did you get anything to look? Did you look him up?
I mean, with Corn Elder coming from Carolina, that tells you a couple things. One that he's probably already one of Rivera's prior picks or prior selections. So he may give him a little bit of a longer leash before you decide to get rid of him, even though he's probably gonna be a camp body. Can he be ready to do what he's supposed to do at the time? I mean, like Ann said, y'all have quite a few cornerbacks that are pretty good, in covering and doing your thing. With so many bodies got coming in, it's a chance, sometimes you just, man, how this is as simple as that. It happens, You ain't
gonna get the reps.
The last time we talked to Fred, I know he's not here right now. It's Fred Smoot. He said you got some guys coming in that's gonna send some of these older guys home to watch a little TV.
Hey, we got a rookie in that same spot too. We got a rookie in that joint. He's 7th rounder, but if that rookie's cheaper than a 6-year vet, so that could be one of those joints right there where we don't have enough. All right, let's go with number 3, William Jackson III. He will be wearing number 3 this year. He's 6 foot, 189 pounds. He's 29 years old. He's in his 7th year. He's out of Houston. William Jackson III. We expected a lot more from him last year. Just my thoughts there. Paulie, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go with it real fast. William Jackson III, bro.
Listen, man. I don't know. I don't know if he's a fish out of water in this defense, or they need to cater the defense more to his type of play. He's a good player, and you've seen that, but you seen him get beat a lot last year, and I don't know if that was just necessarily him, or it was a product of, the whole secondary was basically in shambles last year, from both the safety spots. We ran 3 safety, so 2 out of the 3 safety spots. You know what I mean? Didn't know what the hell they was doing. Fuller was getting toasted early on. So really the whole secondary was getting picked on last year, with success. So, but I like him, man. He got all the measurables, I like the fact that he changed his number, man. When he first did it, I was giving him grief for it, but I feel him though. You know what I mean? Start over new. You know what I mean? Like last year was last year. Wasn't that good? I'm still that guy. You know what I mean? Let me drop down the single digit number. Hey man, you look good, play good. It's all about how you feel. So, you know what I mean? But he got all the skills and tools to do the right things, man. It just, they got to play together as a unit, and Maga Jack need to help him out too, and play to his strengths more. You know what I mean? If this guy's a man press corner, to develop some defenses around that skill of him. Just because, you want to run a zone, everybody got to be in a zone. You can still man him up and still run a zone. You know what I mean? So work to his strengths. You paid him all his money, man. Try to get everything out of him, man.
Facts is he's a man corner, and we played a lot of zone. When we had Josh Norman here, he's a zone corner. We played a lot of man. Fish out of water is exactly what Paulie's talking about right there. Dump truck Don.
That's because their philosophy. You know what I mean? They figure, like you said, they played, when they play a lot of zone, that's when Jack Gerald Rios running that 5-2 defense. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. That's when they run a lot of zone.
Yeah, Dump truck Don said Jack Fell Rio needs to scheme his player, needs schemes to his player's strength. That's what he said. I got you, Don.
I just said that, Don.
Yeah.
Don's hanging here over that straw.
Don's hanging out backstage.
Hat.
He's hanging out backstage. Don's still backstage.
He's backstage.
Yeah.
But she really ain't paying attention, man, bro.
I
understand, though.
Man, from what I saw, this guy is a good tackler. He's very instinctual, and he's good around the ball. So from what it sounds like they need to be playing him to his strengths for sure, because, You know, he's definitely like it's one. Now I didn't see many highlights of him with hands on the ball, very good, like gonna pick it off if it's there, see ball, catch ball, but all the other characteristics, he seemed to be pretty on par. Once again, you know, none of these guys are gonna be perfect, but very, like I said, very good tackler, very instinctual, you know what I'm saying? Good around the ball. You know what I'm saying? Something we know a lot of that stuff, if it's pass breakups, that can count a lot better in certain situations in the game than just an interception. So
Teddy E got a question. He said, do you think Mega Jack's drama this offseason will affect the defensive players in a negative way this season? Don't know, man.
Yeah, I believe it already has affected, man.
Built-in excuses. Go ahead. What you think, Paulie?
It's already have affected it, man. Look, listen, man. What you referring to now is because he got fined and all that shit. But he's been making comments like this on social media. You know what I'm saying? The whole time he's been here, these players see that. You know what I mean? So, do you see anybody running through the wall for Jack?
No,
You know,
not really.
how do you see? You know, do you see people? We just talked about a guy, William Jackson. You know what I mean? Yo, he was getting toasted all year long. Did you actually see him get better at anything? You know what I mean? I mean, you know, like, hey, or he got the attitude like, look, I ain't a zone corner. You know, I'm a man corner. You want to keep playing me in the zone? Then all right, whatever. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? When you buy into when the coach is talking about, if you a zone corner and he's running, you a man corner, he running out of zone. If you buy into him, you believe in him for real. You know what I mean? As a man and as a coach, you gonna try to get better. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's not what he did, but that could be a perspective of it, man. That he was horrible all year long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, so if I'm like F you to my coach and I'm getting paid, I'm making more money than you, and, you know, and I know you an asshole, and I see it on social media, whatever.
Telltale sign, you start being one of them guys who show up to get a check. I'm gonna do what I do.
They gonna get rid of you before they get rid of me.
Say it. What you got?
I mean, Paul is right. You know, when you get into his position and you got these guys that, you know, you're playing them out of position. Well, I ain't gonna say playing them out of position, playing them out of scheme. You know, if the dude's a lockdown corner, you know, and he struggles in the zone, why keep putting him in the zone? That you know, that's like apples and oranges. If that's what I mean, I know he's not Dion. Don't get me wrong. But we all knew Dion was man to man, and he was on one side of the field, and they played him. They played him that way. Who cares what y'all do on this side of the field? On this side of the field, we playing man. You know,
He'll still do better.
They gotta be able to plug him in correctly, so you can get the most out of him. If you want the most out of him, plug him in correctly, and he should flourish. Now, if you plug him in correctly, and he's still doing what he did last year, you know. You got to do what you got to do at that point.
Don said they already lost respect for Jack Del Rio, but they professionals. They'll either adapt and play well together, or they'll all fail together. Good point there, John.
Bruh, that sounds good. That's bullshit, though. That sounds good. That's bullshit, though. These dudes got egos and millions of dollars. You know what I mean? These dudes is young. We talking about how old is Willie Jackson? How old is he?
Well, William Jackson is, what I tell you, 27?
27,
no, he's
bro.
29. He's 29.
29, bro.
29. He's knocking on 30, bro.
It don't matter. He's 30. 30 is the new 20, bro. He's in that era of time. He ain't caring about no old 55-year-old, 60-year-old white man, whether it's coaching or not, bro. They on two different levels and two different mind frames. And if you see this dude, he a social media dude. That's his generation. He see this dude on social media talking this crazy shit about race and Trump as a young black man with $1 million. What up, F you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on, man. Hey, you can't tell me. Mindset. And that's the answer Teddy E. It was Teddy E. to answer that question. That answers the question. You can't tell me that stuff is not playing in your mind at all, and it don't affect the team. It's a distraction. Hey, he's a distraction of the worst way. So we talking about race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know, that's a mindset thing. That's a mindset thing at the end of the day. Everybody, back in the day, you may not have much respect for your coach, but you took pride in what you did to execute. Like you were saying, these guys.
No, they still do. No, they still do.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm saying,
like you said, they pros. They gonna do their job. They gonna have it because they pros. It ain't like they not gonna stay. Ain't nobody gonna boycott Jack Del Rio and give up no bread.
No.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But they gonna go out there. They gonna go out there and do their job. But they're not gonna run through that wall for that, man.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was speaking to. Yeah,
Roger Smith here said it was dumb as hell to sign a man corner to play him in zone. That is undisputably. You're absolutely right. And then Teddy E here says that he totally agrees with Paulie and
hey Teddy E, I totally agree with you.
Paulie,
Linda's in the house, man.
Yeah, but also that's what we pay. That's what you pay these coordinators to do, though. Let's just be honest. If whether it's drafting a guy who is a can't miss or, trading for a guy who may not fit your scheme, that's what you pay those coordinators to do, to coach those guys up and ultimately create something to let them shine where they're supposed to shine. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but you got to have the right guys in place. And if, like y'all are saying, y'all don't believe the team's buying into him and it's already took effect, then you got to make a decision to say, hey, it's time to move on from this guy because you're wasting talent in the meantime.
Don, what was that last comment you just said?
What about Jack Del Rio?
Yeah, what was that last comment you just said back there?
He attacked Otis Taylor, right?
Hey, bro, don't never come on this show without the hat on, bro. I ain't know you know who the hell you was, bro. There you go. Put something on, bro. You got the. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know who you got the Indiana. You got the Indiana Jones. You got the Indiana Jones. Yeah, you got it. You got it. Yeah, you the new guy. What you talking about?
He said
he got the Indiana Jones Crystal Skull movie out there and had
that's a good one. That was a good one.
Jack Del Rio attacked Otis Taylor back when he was a player for the Chiefs. He had a scuffle with Otis Taylor back in, it was like 1988 when Jack Del Rio was
What that mean?
Called him a nigga.
I don't know what the scuffle was about, but he disrespected Otis Taylor as a Hall of Famer because he was actually trying to help the guys out, and he just thought he was just some nobody. So he tried to carry him and push him out the way. And disrespected Otis Taylor.
Yeah, asshole. That's all, man.
Yeah. So this ain't no new thing with him.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of coaches as assholes. We talking about being out there. What he did, what he been doing, it's almost like he coming out the closet. You know what I mean?
We what he did back in the 80s.
No, but what I'm saying is we talking about whether he's a racist or not a racist, and does the fact that question is out there with him, is that affecting his team? His players. I mean, come on. He basically coming out the closet with all this stuff and saying, I don't care. I'm going to let y'all know how I feel, how I roll, period.
But see, Paulie.
He's not coming out the closet.
That's what I was going to say.
This ain't a closet thing. It's basically his hood came off. Well, I ain't going to say his hood came off. He was peeking through the holes like on Django. Like he can't see through these holes in his hood.
Yeah, but listen to me, man. I hear you, but how many coaches in his league? How many coaches in this league, assistant coaches at that, is so blatant about what their political status is and how they roll?
Most of them don't say nothing on social media.
That's my point. What I'm saying is he coming, but you know there's a whole bunch of coaches like that, but nobody's coming out like this. But he is. So what he doing is he coming out the closet. Well, he like, fuck it, this is me. This is who I am. This is how I roll. You know what I mean? I'm this type of
But what type of person does that though, Paulie? Somebody who is insulated. Somebody who you ain't gonna make that leap unless you plumb crazy. Or you ain't gonna be touched, and I feel like
you just don't give a F.
Look, he in that closet, but it's a whole lot of people in there with him. He came out for air.
That's my point. That's my point.
Hold on, that's a whole different podcast. Let's get back to
he a Mexican at a Klan rally.
No, that ain't a whole different podcast.
Hey,
That ain't a whole
Mexican
different podcast. Teddy E asked the question: does his comments and what he's talking about is that going to affect his players? So how's that a whole different podcast? Just what I'm saying.
fact, he did ask the question.
He just coming right out like he's saying this. He has no disregard for what he think his players think about him, and most of his players are black players. He has no disregard. He don't care because he keep making these comments, and it came to a head. Pause. A month ago when he got fined. What did he get fined? $1 million, $150,000, whatever it was.
He got fined nothing really.
I mean, whatever. He still got fined. The point is, he made these comments and stuff before nothing happened. This time it was too much and it was so egregious that they had to fine him. It wasn't just Washington Commander news. It had become national news.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Here we go.
Pick, I think
Can't say that ain't gonna affect the player.
I think it's one of those things where it's like this issue is as much a part of the culture as playing football itself, but it's like it's so deep that it's almost it does become a whole nother podcast. You know what I'm saying? But it's stuff that you look at the black culture, we dominate the sport, but we just grateful to be a part of it. So it's just something we have to deal with. It becomes like the elephant in the room, but we got to act like it ain't there because we still got to make our money. We got to take care of our family. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's just the way it applies. Don't get me wrong.
It's a conversation that does need to be had.
No, it don't. We just keep it as does it affect the players. That's all I keep saying. It affect the players, and this is why it ain't another conversation. We already know. You know what I mean? You know, we ain't gonna have no special, a Black History Month conversation about it. We already know. That's what I'm saying. Does it affect the players? Yeah, it affect the players. At the end of the day, it's a distraction.
Yeah.
But most of them ain't gonna say that because they might not get a spot if they speak up.
Let's move on to our last cornerback before we get into our DBs. All right. So our last cornerback wears number 29. Number 29, he's 5'11", 198 pounds. He's 27 years old, 7th year in the league out of Virginia Tech, none other than Kendall Fuller. Now, Kendall Fuller here went off and won him a Super Bowl ring. He was one that we drafted. We traded him to Kansas City, and we brought him back. He got himself a Super Bowl ring. He knows how to win. He knows what it takes to win. He's part of that secondary with Tyrann Mathieu and all those guys who shut down, a couple of other folks that was pretty good right here. Last year, Kendall Fuller played in 16 games. Sorry, not all 17. He played in 16 games. He had 1 INT. Don, you back. Let's start with you, man. What you think of Mr. Fuller?
For 1 interception out of 16 games, out of a guy who's supposed to be a starter and getting paid a lot of money, that's underproductive for me. If I'm paying him that much money, he needs to be doing more than what he's doing, Joe. He's overpaid for what his production is what I'm saying.
Right.
I never understood what they saw so much in him. I don't see what the hype is about. He's all right. He's not a bum. It's just I don't know why they're so high on this guy. I just don't see it.
Oh, we know why we so high on him because don't forget, man, this dude struggled when he first came onto the scene with the command at that point in time the Washington Redskins, and then Kendall Fuller got into his lab, moved into the inside slot, and he was a gangster in that slot. He was a gangster.
He was always on the inside.
He played so doggone well, man, that we could afford to trade him because other teams wanted him, and we made that move, traded him. And he came back home. He's another player that wanted to come back, right? So, Paulie, go ahead. Paulie, he's from Virginia. Paulie, what you got?
He went to Virginia Tech. Look,
that's
man.
a podcast.
Say what?
No, he was talking in the background. What you got, Paulie?
Yeah, man, Kendall Fuller struggled last year. I mean, Don, I know what you see last is what you think first. You know what I mean? So, but he's a solid player. Now he's another one. Last year he bought. He had a pretty good season last year. Well, not last year, the year before that. His first year back with us. This past year he struggled. He struggled a lot, man. He got turned every which way but loose in that slot to start out, and I think that affected him, for most of the season until I wouldn't say most of the season, a good portion of the season until St. Juice got hurt. You know what I mean? Then he had to go back on the outside, and he played okay. He wasn't, he wasn't special. He played okay, but I think that he had got beaten so badly early on in the season in that slot. I think it kind of affected him on the outside a little too, because it took him, towards the end of the season before he really got going. You know what I mean? But I think Fuller's a good player, versatile player, but his days in slots are gone. You know what I mean? He's a perimeter guy. He's a corner. You know what I mean? He's possibly a third safety if you want to have a third safety out there every now and again if you want to look, a different look. Or, even though you want to have four safeties out there having in a position like that. Had three safeties in him, but the whole thing is he's an outside guy. He's okay. He's a good second guy. He's a vet. So I don't see him. I see him having a good season the same way I see William Jackson having a good season if they get this whole communication going. And I don't mean talking. I'm just saying everybody's on the same level in the secondary playing together.
Dominic Green said solid DB. Just keep him off the island by himself. He said,
the problem was in the slot, not in the island. The problem was the slot. He played half decent out there on the island this year. Like I said, because remember the combo they had was we forgot St. Juice. You said he was the last corner. Yeah. Remember the combo they had? They had William. They had Jackson and St. Juice on the outside, and they would drop Fuller down in the slot.
Yep.
And St. Juice did a good job for the time he played up in there. But so he was getting.
That's not our last corner though, Paulie.
He was getting. You said it earlier that he was the last corner.
Yeah, but according to the roster, we got one more. There's not St. Juice.
Okay.
Say it. Who you got? What you got? Say it.
Yeah,
he did got two more.
He did struggle early on in the slot, and being cornerbacks, you have to have a short memory. And for him, he struggled to get that out of his head that he had been beaten a few times here and there. Instead of just saying that was that one play, let me go on back to another play. Late in the year, he got better late in the year. I mean, maybe that early beat down or early miscues allowed him to figure out what he was doing late in the year, so he got better as the year ended. Can he come on again this year and proceed from where he was at the end of the year last year? That's going to be the question. What's going on with him? I think he can do it, but I mean, you just have to wait and see.
All right. You saw that, right? You saw that. All right.
No, I didn't see nothing.
And what you got, man?
I'll tell you guys, that's why it's interesting to watch more than just highlights, because at first glance, he stuck out a lot more than some of the other guys, with decent ball skills. When I was talking about you guys having an abundance, it's like
he's a good veteran player.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, he's a good veteran player. He just had a bad year.
Right. I'm saying, so when you're able to see not just the good plays, but the plays where he struggled, then you get the full story. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, but for the good, good ball skills, you know what I'm saying? Like decent tackler. So it's like, that's what I was going to say. It looks like a solid cornerback.
Yeah. He definitely a good veteran, man. Look, man, they got him for $10 million. That was a good deal for Kendall Fuller. Yeah. So people want, the problem is the last we seen Kendall Fuller, he was just slot monster. You know what I mean? He's evolved from that. And that's what we was expecting to see last year. And he got burnt. Every play, they was giving it to him. They was handing it to him. Pause. You know what I mean? So, and it was looking like he was a complete bust. But like I said, he's a good player, man.
Well, not only that, but you got to remember the last good thing that we saw about him too. He was in Kansas City. He was playing safety. He was playing in the slot. He was playing outside. He was playing everywhere. They played Kendall Fuller everywhere. Our last corner. Go ahead.
I was gonna say last thing in response to Don. My thing is, would you want a corner that kind of was kind of getting burnt, had one pick, or the guy who gets 11 interceptions? And when he ain't getting interceptions, he's getting burnt. Like
for a bunch of years.
And I'm talking about I'm talking about Diggs.
Yeah, we knew you was talking about Diggs.
It doesn't matter.
It was
You know what
feast
I'm
or
saying?
famine.
Like, so it's like,
It
you know,
was feast or famine.
yeah,
Yeah, gave up
exactly.
the
So I'm
most
like,
yards in the
I let it add the
Yeah.
answer on this. The answer on this on that little Kansas City comment you just made. The last time we seen him, he was in Kansas City, so we had certain expectations of where he was playing, the things he was
Right.
doing. So that bears you a question, man. You know what I mean? Is it the player or is it the environment?
I gotta believe myself. And that's a great question, Paul. I want everybody to answer that question, but I gotta believe from what I saw, it's the coaches. Because we keep taking corners that play zone, putting them in man. We take corners that play man and we put them in zone. It's the same cycle repeated. Same cycle repeated. When you put these players in the best positions for them, they perform wonders. And that's why, when we saw Kendall Fuller playing with Kansas City and you saw him playing a third safety role, he was outstanding because the dude studied. He knows his craft. He's getting better at his craft. He goes into that lab. And when you have other people like that want to do it with you, you get
He
better
comes from a football family.
Exactly.
You know what I
So
mean? This is what he do. This is what the Fullers do. You know what I mean? Crab cakes and football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Stan, what you think, man? What you think about that question that Polly just asked, man?
I mean, it is what it is, man.
Is it player? Is it player environment?
It could be a little bit of both. I mean, it could be a little bit of both. I mean, you just don't know. We don't. I mean, I can guess either way, but not being able to get any inside information what's going on. I mean, we don't have an idea. But it would be interesting to see, though. I mean, if I knew someone, who could find it out, it'd be interesting to see which way it is.
All right, Ant, what you think, man?
It seems to be. I think clearly it's got to be a mixture. I would say I would lean towards 60% coach and environment, 40% player. I mean, did Josh Norman just get old all of a sudden and outclassed, or did it also have a lot to do with the players he had around him and the system? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's always still going to be who was the slot guy that New England had for all those years? Like,
Yeah, but look, I was specifically talking about Kendall Fuller though.
But I'm saying,
you know what I mean? It's different. You coming from a Super Bowl team, and that wasn't his first year with them. That was like his second year with them, I believe. Yeah, you know what I mean. So you get to you in a place where they doing things the right way in the building and on the field. You win the Super Bowl, and then you come to a team that's the complete 180. That's why I'm questioning. Is it the player or is it the environment? I'm not. We could do this for every player. We could do this for every player. You know what I mean? But I was specifically Kendall Fuller.
Definitely the environment, because this franchise for years takes a player. This could be, I don't know, a unanimous All-America in college at defensive end and try to make him a linebacker. Brian Arakpo, Brian Kerrigan.
At first I thought he was drinking, but he's right.
Don, I'm about to put my strawberry wool hat on too, because me and you is right here, bro.
Huh?
I'm about to put my strawberry wool hat on too, because me and you is right here with that one, bro. We thinking on the same level with that one, bro.
They take players who play one position and put them on another. They've been doing it for many, many years. I mean, it goes back to Ryan Kerrigan and Brian Arakpo, but also let's take this wide receiver and make him a running back. What? Are you serious? Antonio Gibson is nice, but Scotty, you took a wide receiver and tried to make him run. A guy who catches the ball.
So do you think? So it's the environment then. So it's the environment, right?
It's definitely
so
we
keep talking about Kendall Fuller. You about to start talking about the cook. He make chicken or he gonna make steak? we talking about Kendall Fuller, bro. We good.
It's neither. It's neither.
It's the environment. Hey,
yes,
do we got his lemon?
Somebody about this chat.
Do we have it? Hey, do he have his lemon pepper shaker with him or not?
My little pepper.
If that's the case, I need to stop the cam real quick.
Oh, then you gonna put that flex picture up? What are you doing,
Bro? I forgot that was on there.
What are you
Look,
doing? What are you doing?
yeah, y'all need to stay out the chat with that stuff, dog.
Yeah,
Oh man!
So,
Pause.
Corey said our last corner is Krapke, but he's wrong. And then he
No,
said
Crappy is the last corner.
he's not.
He
According
ain't
to
no safety no more. He made
played
the team
corner
as a
last
cornerback.
They
He's a
have
D-back.
Corner last year.
He's a D-back.
I'll tell y'all in a minute. Because
He's a D-back.
let me get this off. Okay, no, our last corner, according to the roster, is Bobby McCain, wearing number 20.
Right.
He's
Bobby
5'9".
McCain is he's a safety.
I know what he is.
We know that. They got him as D-back. So come on then. Yo, stop with that, man. So come on.
As a corner, that was
I don't care what they got him ranked at. We know what he is.
They got Krapke as a safety. So hold on. Let me
No,
give
we
you
do. It don't matter. We doing D-backs. We doing corners and D-backs. That's safeties.
All right. So
they got Bobby McCain as a cornerback because, but he plays safety. So that's what we talking about. He's a D-back. Right.
So
come on, I mean.
But let's go with Troy Apke. Troy Apke is number 30. He's 6'1". He's 205, 27 years old, fifth year out of Penn State. So
special teams. That's really his position. They kept him as you keep a player for special teams, a player or two, regardless of what he can and can't do. If he can play well on special, you got to have a special teams guy. And right now, in their mind, he's their special teams guy. Man, he's played well on special teams, man. I give him credit for all that. You know, he would get beat. He would come up and get beat over the top. He'll miss a tackle, but damn it, he'll come right back down on punt team and make the tackle. You know what I mean? First one down there or whatever. So you got to have a core special team guy.
You got to have a core special teamers. That's how your team get better back into your roster, but you just pray to God that everybody in front of them does not get hurt, right? So here's what Roger Smith said. Jack play, going back to the last conversation, Jack's play calling is horrible, too much controversy, players converting players out of their scheme to play their scheme out of position, and Jack is too controversial. Never right, great. We covered all of that. We covered all of it.
What the hell you reading for then? You gonna blow the man question off like he had that good to say.
Oh,
he apologized here on First Stream Podcast. We love all y'all comments. So Flash. You know what I mean? But
oh Lord.
We gonna read your comment. We appreciate it, man.
Hey.
Jack Del Rio plays people out of position because you got guys like Chase Young as a rush defensive. Oh, let's drop him back into coverage. What sense does that make? Really? Your best attribute is rushing passer, but you're going to drop him back in coverage.
We talking about Troy Apke. Be coachable, Don, as Kevin Sheen would say. Hey, be coachable, man. We talking about Troy Apke. We talking about Trapke.
Troy Krapke, yeah. Yeah.
Talking about Trap.
Sometimes we need a sledgehammer to do a sledgehammer's job.
There you go.
Sometimes
there you go.
Do a sledgehammer's job. Shout out to you.
Said it better myself.
That's for you too, Polly. All right. Troy
Apke. I don't know. Go back. I didn't see that.
Shout out you dudes.
Yeah. Say it. Troy Apke, man. Special teams demon.
I didn't write any information down from him because I was looking at the commander's list, and he's not listed in the corner. But anyway, I guess he's going to be a special team demon again this year, and if it's plug in as he needed.
There you go.
That's basically what a lot of you guys are going to be at this point, especially those DBs. They're going to be special team demons, and they're going to be plugged in as they need them going along the way. Y'all have a bunch of them.
Oh my God!
Somebody not going to make it. Y'all
we got a bunch of them.
Yeah,
you gotta have a bunch of them.
We got we
went through talking about, man.
Fast. So here's we got 5 DBs to go through. They just listed as DBs, not corners.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know Dominique Greer. I have no clue, but somebody wanted Ant to flex again, a muscle shirt, something about that, man. I don't have no clue.
Bro, keep those comments off of here, dog.
I don't know what's going on, Dominique Greer, man.
Bro, you the one got the picture up there.
Yeah, he talking about, hey.
What you talking about, man?
No.
They talking about keep them comments. That came from your picture, bro.
That was with something completely separate from this, okay?
Yeah, but you paused off and the chat went crazy. That's
I forgot it went there. I didn't know it did that. Hey, man. Come on, what we got next? Come on, Pete. What we got next, now?
No, I don't need kids. What I'm saying is, bro, they come here and cry wolf or something you did. Come on, man.
That ain't crying wolf.
Man.
That ain't crying wolf. Keep those comments up there. They reacted to your picture.
You had told you
what
about
you talking about, man?
Hey, so he said he was hoping the cornerback from Virginia State was
going to
stick around. All right, let's talk about this DB. They got him, Josh Drayden. Josh Drayden, he is wearing number 38 in red. He's 5'10", 185 pounds, 24-year-old. He's a rookie out of California. So let me give you a little bit of background on Josh real fast. Like you said, he's a rookie out of California. This dude, his hopes to make the team is basically going to be special teams, undrafted, and he's gonna have to earn it, bro. Or he could find himself on the what you call it, Paulie, the U-Haul team.
That's what Smoot called it.
Smoot called it.
How fast is it?
Hey, look.
How fast is
it? His speed's not up here.
Back to 40.
His speed's not up here.
Oh,
I can't. Yeah, his
because Troy is really fast. That's why the special teams look good. He's crafty, getting around people and burning people down the field and getting burnt when trying to cover somebody. This guy you're talking about, he's got to be fast in order to make the team as a special teamer.
And if he's not, ESPN don't even got a picture up for him. He didn't make my review cut, so
damn.
That's that. He gonna get called in the office and they gonna say, "Pass me that. Thank you. I'll take that book, sir."
Take that,
bro. They love Troy. Bro, they love Troy Apke. Y'all say all that. We said all this last year. He still found his way on that roster. You got to have special teams player. I didn't see him not once.
Other guy too quick was talking about.
We talking about
yeah. We're talking about Josh Drayden.
He ran.
Why we talking about these dudes, man?
Drayden ran a 4.6.
So he just brought up, Paulie. He just brought this guy up.
A 4.6.
Yeah.
A 4.6 at defensive back.
That's what it say on the.
He'll be lucky if he makes somebody.
Practice squad.
If
How
he
about
makes
he make
the
the
practice
traveling
squad, he might get lucky.
How about he make the traveling squad to another team? 4.6. Come on, bro. You better play with every bit of your mind.
Bro,
like I said, he'll be lucky.
That speed ain't the end all be all, man. 4.6. Come on, man. What's my man out?
For sure.
Come on, man. What's my man out there in Seattle? Legion of the Doom, man. Legion of Doom. What's my man name? Richard Sherman. Richard Sherman wasn't no speed guy.
But Richard Sherman was also a wide receiver who used his mind.
Okay, that's what we talking about. That's not what we was talking about. Y'all was getting on the man about being all four of y'all was joking about having a 4.6. Speed ain't the end all be all. If he can play, he can play. He can play. 4.6, he can't. I thought y'all was talking about. I thought y'all was talking about Troy Apke.
Oh no,
no. Because I was like, we are talking about. But anyways, all y'all was about 4.6.
No, I didn't say nothing about his speed.
I said
maybe I'm in the Twilight Zone. I'm on the show or something. Hold on. Am I being punked?
No, you up there? I didn't say nothing about his speed.
Yeah, don't talk about, man.
What you talking about? All y'all talking about how he ran a 4.6.
Don't ask how fast it was. I said I don't know. Let me find out.
No, okay.
That's all I said.
Okay. If it wasn't all four of y'all, 3 of the 4 of y'all, 3 of the 4 of y'all had a comment about his speed. You did say about his speed.
And if you would allow me to talk, I'll tell you what I said.
Bro,
okay, he said I'm
gonna allow you to.
Thank you. That's great. That fits us better. Listen, when he said something about he runs a 4.6, I said he better have a sledgehammer He better hit like a sledgehammer.
Finish
Or
line.
he got to have a great mind. That's
Exactly.
what I
You're
said.
talking about his speed.
Hold on, pause. Hold on. This
You run 4.6 with a sledgehammer. That's cool, yeah. What the hell?
What are you doing to these people, bro?
But anyway, like I was saying, my point was if he isn't fast, because that was before he said the 4.6. I was saying he better hit hard and he better be able to have a great mind, looking like maybe a Malcolm Jenkins who actually transitioned pretty well.
Cool. Keep proving my point. Appreciate you. Go ahead.
All right. We know that this kid, he really needs to show up on special teams right here. That's what we know about him. He needs to show up on special teams. Hey, Dominic Greer, man, that joke, it just has me rolling, man. I don't know what Ed is thinking about over there, but this ain't.
Hey, Raj, they've been running a 5-2-4. That's the problem. They don't have 5-2-4 defensive ends.
Not no more.
They got linebackers. They got defensive ends. You know what I mean? That's the problem. And if the four guys in the secondary ain't all on the same page, you done lost before the snap even happened, man. So that was the problem with that 5-2 defense. But to me, 5-2 defense is taken away from your most productive, your most dangerous players' productivity and Sweat and Chase Young. They don't need to be standing up. They don't need to have no pass responsibilities. It all needs to be hands in the dirt. Period.
That's facts.
Our next rookie
5-2-4 has been the problem.
Yeah, our next rookie here is Devin Taylor. Devin Taylor is every bit of 6'1", 200 pounds. They don't have an age for him. He's a rookie out of Bowling Green. Is this like that dude? Y'all seen that movie Hustle? Where they got Boban?
Nah, man.
How old are you? I'm 22.
Yeah.
I'm 22.
Yeah.
Who's this? My son. How old is he? He's 12. Wait, what?
What?
You got to watch the movie Hustle, man. You got to watch the movie Hustle.
Yeah,
so
good.
It's a rookie out of Bowling Green. Another guy. Special teams are cut, right? Special teams are cut.
Probably cut.
All right.
Yeah, I agree.
Special teams or cut.
It wasn't a draft pick.
Not a draft pick. Not at all.
Cut.
Second-year player, Benjamin St. Juste, 25 years old. I'm sorry, wearing number 25. Wearing number 25. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. He's 24 years old. Second year out of Minnesota. Last year, he missed the field a lot due to health, concussions, and things like that, right? So we got to figure out if we can keep Benjamin St. Juste healthy. I believe Smoot last year said that he could possibly be the rookie of the year, right? But concussions and health issues, hamstrings, and all that good stuff didn't allow him to show his
Mark Kelso helmet, man.
That what?
He need that old Mark Kelso helmet. The Mark Kelso helmet. You remember Mark Kelso used to play for the Buffalo Bills?
I remember that.
With the extra thing on top of his head. That was to prevent concussions. He got a cushion on the top of his helmet. Your boy need one of them joints, Joe. Bring back the Mark Kelso helmet to prevent the concussions when you're hitting people, Joe. That's what he needs.
Man,
he need that Sean Spring helmet.
The Q-tip.
Yeah, man. You know how long ago Mark Kelso played, bro? Come on, man.
Huh?
They got technology for the helmets. If anything, he needed extra cover over it, like some of these guys be wearing. That's all. Look, St. Juste is a good corner. You know what I mean? Health. Of course, we know about the concussion problem, but let's say he's good on the concussion problem. The number one thing he need to work on is his ball awareness. You know what I mean? Because he's always there. Even if he don't make the play, his ball awareness. Pause.
What?
You know what I'm saying? His ball awareness. Pause. Nah, but yeah, he need to see that football when it's up in the air. He don't. He see it at the last minute, or he don't see it at all. You know, and that was one of his knocks coming out of college, is that he didn't have no interceptions his whole career. How you don't get not one interceptions? That means you don't turn. No, Carlos Rogers' problem was he couldn't see the ball.
He couldn't see
He
the
was
ball.
dropping the passes. This dude don't turn around and look for the ball. So that's something you can work on. And now you be talking about catching. So I don't know, but anyway, yeah, he need to. That's the only part of his game. Other than that, he's a solid corner. But that's a big part because sometimes you're giving up plays that if you just turn your head around, you either going to deflect it or you might have an easy interception. And a turnover is always big in the game, no matter where it is.
That
Paulie,
goes back
they got
to
you,
coaching. Goes back to coaching. And if they had the right coach at defensive back, I think they got Chris Harris when they could have, I don't know, had Darryl Green, who wanted to coach at one point in time, said no, and he wanted like George Mason or something like that. They should have had Darryl Green as defensive back coach. They should have done that years ago, and they would have no issues.
But we talking about St. Juice.
Come on, man.
Hey, Don, we about to put you on the band, bro.
A good coach.
Bro, I know you ain't been up here in a while. I know you got a lot to say. No, we talk about St. Juice, not if they should have hired Darryl Green.
Coaching, the coaching staff will help alleviate all the problems and find all the issues and fix them. They got the wrong
St. Juice.
But you drafted a player. Hold on, Don. You drafted a player to play corner, defensive back that went through his years of college with 0 interceptions. That's Paulie's point about it. He showed no ball skills.
Right.
And you expect him to come to the NFL with the top 1% and start getting interceptions.
Nah, look, I don't expect him to get interceptions, but you do expect him to be working on that where you see him getting his head around
Get
more.
your craft right.
You know what I mean? And you didn't see that at all last year. So I don't know if that was a thing of like, you know what? This year, I'm just going to work on not getting beat. You know what I mean? So I'm going to just do what's natural for me. You know, that's what I'm saying. I want this upcoming season, if he's healthy, we need to see that progression out of him. If he's going to be true. Because they got him set up to be the number 2 corner.
Yeah, they want
He played a lot early on last year. You know, they can say all they want to about the other team's offense was running 3-4 receivers, so we started out a nickel all they want. Yo, all real talk. He started a lot on that outside corner, if they was base offense or not. So they see something in him.
What you guys said?
As I look down at some of his physical attributes, him being 6'3", 200, that alone, you know, he's one of the taller cornerbacks in the league. So in him locking up man to man, he should be able to get his head turned around to get some of them picks, man. You can turn that around, but a lot of times people natural instinct from what they've been doing from high school to college is going to stay there. So you drafting a guy, like Paul has said, out of college who didn't have 1 interception, not a tip pass, 1. So
I was gonna say that, like the ball, he didn't have a tip pass, and he had to have 1. That's why I said now I don't know if he's gonna catch it or not. Because I'm pretty sure in 4 years, at least 1 tip pass came his way. That means he had to drop that too. You know what I mean? So I just want him to get a deflection. You know what I mean?
But I mean, all jokes aside, he's right. Being a DB, you got to be able to feel the wide receiver and be able to get your head around to see if the ball is coming your direction. You have to, especially in the NFL. When you hit the NFL, you're at the top of the league. You are at the top 10% of the players that are playing at the top 1% of their skill.
Especially as a corner, because what they always say about the receivers, like in the NFL, like the difference between being open and not open is like this. You ain't got to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So especially in the NFL.
And just like DBs, wide receivers do their homework on DBs. They know which ones that don't turn around. They know how to set them up. And just like DBs do their homework on wide receivers do the same thing. So once they find out, he's still not doing it.
My homie played in the league and he was a receiver. And he should tell me, not Dax. Not Dax. My man I went to school with, my man Pete Allen. You know, he played at UVA. You know what I mean? He played in the league for a minute. He played in all of these. But anyways, he was receiving, and he used to always tell me that about leverage and eyes. Leverage and eyes is the main thing. You know what I mean? So they play them games. And like you said, you got a guy who ain't gonna turn around to the last minute. You're gonna play an eye game with him. Like, the ball hit. They watch it. D-backs watch the eyes. And these receivers, when they good at their craft, they play all them type of games with them, with these guys, man. Like I was having that conversation with him, he was telling me that, and I was kind of amazed. Like, to think about it, you flying down the field, but you got all this still going through your mind at the same time, or how you gonna set this dude up, or how you gonna play him, and then you playing eye games with him. So, you know what I mean? That's what I said. Is the margin of error is like this big, you know what I mean? So it has to be something he's working on constantly.
And that's all 3 to 5 seconds. That's all.
Yeah, because like you said, if he's not working on it constantly, when his feet get put to the fire, he's just gonna go back to what he know. He ain't gonna be looking, and it's gonna be a big play, or you know what I mean, or luckily he get a helmet, a football thrown in the back of his helmet.
And which unfortunately, I mean, this is a problem with corners, and he's been in the league long enough. A lot of times, if it doesn't translate,
No. He coming to his second year.
Yeah.
This is because he was a rookie last year. He was a rookie last year. I think he played like 6 or 7 games because of concussion problem.
Yeah.
So he's a young dude. That's what I say. He got to work on it. That's why I'm saying that. He got time to turn it around. He's a good dude. He's a good player.
So speaking
that's the only fault he got.
So that's even better than. I mean, I did watch film on him, but speaking to that not looking back thing, sometimes that is the hardest thing to actually translate because they don't have to. That can be a really big issue. But what I did see is that he don't mind putting his head in there and getting to them tackles.
Man, that's
so if you're not gonna get interceptions, you dang sure better be able to tackle somebody, and that's a good thing. But then that could lead to the concussions and lead to the injuries because these guys ain't super tough like that. I mean, they're tough in heart, but their bodies ain't gonna hold up like that if they gotta get tackled.
That head injury thing, man.
That's head out.
Yeah, but not even that.
Trying to compensate for not being able to get make plays on the ball. So
some people cranium buildup just ain't the same. Yeah, you're right though. I'm gonna tell you what else I liked about it, and it goes on the line what you were saying about him coming up, putting it, not being afraid to hit and all that.
Put his nose in there.
He played with a lot of confidence. He played like I should be playing in this league. You know what I mean? Like, even if he gave something up, he came right back and made a play. And you can see he had that vigor about it. He was excited about it. You know, he let you know. Yeah, he let you know. He got that athletical arrogance that you need to have as a cornerback. You know what I mean? So and have that to show that as a rookie. And we played some good teams this year, and we played some good teams and good quarterbacks early on when he was playing. You know, and he played fairly well. You know what I mean? So I like St. Jude's. If he can get that concussion thing, if they can get that under control for him, you know what I mean? He's going to be a solid player for us.
I got a question for y'all. His second year, does he have that great bounce back year that we all thought that he should have last year?
Who you talking about?
St. Jude's.
Does he have what you mean a great bounce back year?
Does he have that bounce back year? Like last year, I got hurt. I'm better. I'm still physical. I went through the whole offseason, and he plays the whole season and plays well this season. So he played well last season.
Yo, at one time he was the most consistent corner. He was playing better than any corner we had. And every game he seemed to be getting better. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I'm saying
he was our best corner early on.
A lot of times last year, he missed a lot of times.
And that was going to be the concussion thing.
Right.
That's something. That's is what it is with that. I mean, the concussion thing is not going to stop his play. I mean, it'll stop his play. What I'm saying is it's not going to affect his performance while he's out there playing. You know what I mean? Unless he get concussed. You know, so he's going to be all right.
It's such a wild card just because of that. Man, injuries will take a great and turn him into a nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's not, even more than making sure he's looking around for the ball, is making sure he's putting the right stuff inside his body and doing the small things. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes these guys translate and last. is, are you going to put the work in to train your body properly, to eat the right foods? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot that goes into it, and some of these guys, their approach isn't there. So it's too much of a wild card to say for sure, because you would have to know the quality of player. Like talking about the guy who signed the extension for y'all, Terry McLaurin. People are saying glowing things about him. His reputation precedes him. Are people feeling the same way about? Like, that's what lets you know if these guys are going to translate at the end of the day. So it's like that's a wild card.
Seeing them on the field. I got you, Don. I got you. Say it.
Right.
Do you think that Benjamin St. Juste going to have a bounce back season?
I hope so. Next question.
I hope so. All right, say it.
Say what?
He should. I mean, long as he can stay healthy, long as he can work on his transition, he'll be fine. But if he can't work on his transition, he's gonna be out of league fast. He can blink an eye. I mean, don't get me wrong. Somebody else may give him one more chance, but you know, being that corner, being on the island, you're not gonna get too many more of them chances out there. You know, to show up. You know, you still giving up bombs. Because trust me, you start giving up bombs, they're gonna line you up, dog. You're gonna be on a lot of islands by yourself.
Hey, man, shout out Bet Rivers, man. Shout out Bet Rivers too, man. Look at that, man. Look at that Bet Rivers next to that already rich. You know what I mean? We just go hand in hand together, man. How are you doing this, bro? Like, shout out Bet Rivers, baby. Shout out my man AD. Shout out Bet Rivers. Look, already rich Bet Rivers. We about making that money, man. Shout out my man Cal. Cal cashing checks. We about making that money, man.
Hey, can you get back in here so we can get this last DB, bro? Let's get this last DB.
I'm like that football guard from above, bro. You don't see me, but you hear me. I'm in all you subconsciously. Paul.
All right, this last dude right here.
What
about? Go back. Hey, is that you, God? All right, this last one right here, we got Jeremy Reeves. Jeremy Reeves wears number 39. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. He's 25 years old. His third year out of South Alabama. This is one of my favorite players. I think Jeremy Reeves needs a little more burn. You see him show up on special teams. You see him show up whenever he's on the field, wherever they put Jeremy Reeves at.
Paul? Yeah, but the problem is to put everybody else in instead of him. That's why Jeremy Reeves was looking good. Cam Curl was looking good, but we're gonna put in Landon Collins and let him play safety. Yeah, that was the problem. Once again, falls back on, say it with me, coaching. It's all coaching. It's all coaching.
Follow the money, though.
It's Don angry.
The money gonna tell you who gonna get on that field 90% of the time.
Oh, man,
so if Landon making the money, he gonna start.
But Landon was playing very well at the Buffalo nickel spot, but it just took him too long to get him there, right?
Yeah, he's a box safety.
So when he's playing well, the whole thing went right. And Bruce Glass is placing bets and cashing checks and coaching in all caps. Coaching in all caps.
Thank you.
What you feel about Jeremy Reeves there, Paulie?
Yo, I feel about Jeremy Reeves. Look, man, I ain't gonna cry over no spilt milk. You know, you just give a good description of Jeremy Reeves and what's been going on with you too, Don. What's been going on with him. So I'll just say this: I think this man has done enough, has shown enough. You know what I mean? Where he should get a look at actually starting. Like, it should be an open competition at that spot with Bobby McCann. Like, to me, Bobby McCann has done nothing where they should just give, like, this should just automatically be his job. Like, this should be open competition in camp for that job. Like, real open competition. You know, if you want to say Bobby McCann is his job to lose, fine with me. But as long as the player behind him really have a chance to make him lose his job, you know what I mean, outplay him. Because Jeremy Reeves is a good player. He's a solid player. He got everything you would want in a free safety. He got speed. You know what I mean? He's not afraid to come up and tackle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He plays smart. You know what I mean? So I think he deserves a chance to see if he could do that play in and play out. because I don't see it in Bobby McCain. And so to me, that should be an open competition.
I like it.
Ain't Jeremy Reeves the one that? Is Jeremy Reeves the one that Dron had cuss out for damn near taking somebody's head off? The De'Ami Brown.
Yeah, hey man. Hey man. That's football, bro.
I like Jeremy.
He might have exactly. He might have had to get on him about that because he wanted to protect his own players. But at the end of the day, Rivera was a player. At the end of the day, he know that's just football. You know what I mean? But keep your head on the swivel at all times when you got that helmet on. You know what I mean? Yep. I don't care what part of practice is supposed to be. Keep your head on the swivel.
Cover safety. He said keep him there. Ant, what you got?
So like what I've seen on him, but it's interesting, y'all, what I'm hearing Paulie say about McCain, because that's the guy I was waiting to get to. So, I mean, Reeves looked good for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, much of what Paulie explained, I've seen on film. But I that's all I got to say about that, because I'm like, that's one of those guys where, like y'all said, if he didn't get a lot of burn, then I wouldn't know anyway about what his value is added from the fan that's seeing it every single week. So,
well, at the end of the 21 season, the combination of him and Cam Curl back there, they had a good thing going. Whew. Them two was playing well together, and that's key when you're talking about the safeties, the chemistry. Yeah, chemistry. You know what I mean? And I didn't understand why coming into 2022, where you had a position open, you know what I mean, where you signed Bobby McCain late in the free agency game. He wasn't no like first week or first 2 weeks signing. He was like around now. He got about 3 weeks before training camp. You know what I mean? The Dolphins let him go super late last year. You know what I mean? So, and you had a guy who played pretty well, and he's your guy, and he's a younger guy. Man, I thought they would have gave him more of a chance. But it seemed like to me they signed McCann, they gave him the McCain, they gave him the job, and he stuck with him.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Follow the money, right?
Yeah, much of the same. At some point, from what this guy's put on tape, what he's shown, they should give him a shot at playing one of the starting positions and see what you got in him. Because what ends up happening is you don't see what you really got in him and someone else is watching. So they wait for you to let him slip down and probably put him on the practice squad, and then they're going to scoop him up. And then he may turn into a talent that he should have been with you guys with someone else. But
hold on, but here's the deal.
That goes back to coaching.
Here's the deal. I'll cut you off real quick, Seth. But here's the deal. That's what they've been doing with him. He's been one of the practice guys, the guys that have been on the practice squad. He's made the conscious decision to stay with the team. Because like I said, just because somebody wants you, you don't have to go. Like, he's one of the guys that believed in Ron. Because Ron told him if he worked hard and he do the things he should do, that he was going to have a spot on the team and he was going to have a chance to get playing time. And Ron brought him back and showed him that, and he gave him that time. So he believed in Ron. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there was plenty of articles written up about that year I was telling you about, when him and Cam was a good combination back there. So he believes in Ron. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that he stayed because he won't stay because of running. That's big. That's big. He bouncing back and forth between the starters and practice squad and still staying, even though he get another offer. That's big.
Let me give you a little bit on our guy Jeremy Reeves here, right? Jeremy Reeves played 5 games last year. He had a total of 26 tackles. 17 of those were solo, right? And my man had 1 pass defense. Jeremy Reeves, when he step on that field, he's playing engaged. He's engaged, really, right? Hey,
and he's around the ball.
Oh,
as a safety, that's key. As a safety, you should always be around the ball.
And I think they do play him at corner sometime, right? Because I think that's why they got him listed as just a defensive back.
Nah, I never seen him at corner, man. I never seen nothing other than say. I never seen that. Man, don't worry about them listeners, bro. Half of them, look, you know what they see? Commanders. We don't care. Corner, safety, corner. That we don't get no respect for none of that, man.
Hey,
come on, you know that.
Listen up, man.
Look so good together, right? You know why him and Cam Curl look so good together, right?
Why?
because Landon Collins was out with that Achilles injury. That's how he got his chance in the first part. That's why Cam Curl and him got a chance to play, because Landon Collins was on injury reserve. That's why he looked good. And Landon Collins came back fast. Oh, and he's starting. Really?
No, Reeves came in for somebody else. Yeah, Landon Collins got hurt, but then somebody else got hurt. Who was the other safety last year? Somebody else had got hurt too. Somebody else had got hurt too, because Reeves didn't get into the Pittsburgh game or the Carolina game that when we made that run that year. I think he played the last 3 to 4 games.
Yeah, Landon got hurt. Landon got
hurt early in that year though, didn't he?
No, that was around Pittsburgh time. A little before that, because he came back right at the right time. He came back at the start of the season. Yeah, so
I stand corrected. My fault.
Yeah. No, it's all good. But you was right though. You was right. It's been
no. My man John said something good.
Everett, Dominic Gridges said it.
There you go, Everett, my guy. Exactly. That's what I knew what I was talking about. I stand uncorrected. I knew I was talking about it. Yeah, almost. Come on, man. Everett, man. That was my guy. And thank you, Dom. Thank you, bro. That was my guy too, because Everett and Curl brought the pain.
Yeah,
them two back there, they brought the pain. And then when you're right, when Everett got hurt, my man Reeves came in, and Reeves was a little faster than Everett, but he gives you the same energy. But Everett used to bring the pain, man. I hope he get his situation taken care of, man, because you know what I mean. That's a misfortunate events that happen with him, but I hope he gets that taken care of. We still love you though, man. Hell to the W. But it was Everett. And then when Everett got hurt, my man Reeves came in there, and only thing you kind of missed was that intimidation that Everett had back there.
Oh my God!
Everett would bring that wood.
He was punishing people back there. Hey,
your boy know. That's why he cried down there. CD Lamb.
Hey,
when CD dropped all them passes and that guy, I know you want to say we the one that CD caught that touchdown. Yeah, no, he seen Everett coming, bro. Everett had his heart. I swear to you.
That dude. Yeah,
CD Lamb, 22,
look,
bro.
Everett had his heart. When you said the name, I had a weird flashback.
Hey, thank y'all for all sticking with us and joining us. Hey, say that again.
I bet you CD Lamb had a flashback too.
I bet you he did.
Hey, it don't matter. We won by 30.
Thank y'all for all hanging in there with us. We will.
We won, bro. That's what we bust that ass. We talk about. The Everett was one of the reasons why, because he was patrolling that backfield. Y'all was talking about blood whistle.
Hey, we're gonna continue our roster breakdown on Saturday. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the First String Podcast. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging in there. Tomorrow at 5 a.m. you can find First String Podcast wherever you have audio podcasts, on Google Podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Anchor. Don't forget to leave a review. Shout out to Bet Rivers. Download that Bet Rivers app. And you must be 21 years or older, or go to www.betrivers.com. Hey, we call it an OG classic because we get.
Shout out my man G from the shop.
Hit him with it, Polly.
Hell to the W, baby.
There you go.